Well, we had such a good time last week having some coffee again, thanks to our friends at Modern Times.
Modern Times.
So we had something from them. We figured we might as well have a beer as well, because that's really what they're known for. And it's a seasonal that you brought back as you were from your vacation.
Yes.
So that's what we've got for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage we are about today is from Modern Times Brewing. Not roastery this time.
That's right.
It's the same place. And this is their Oneida. This is they're calling it a hoppy, sessionable pale ale. But the information on the back says if you want to call it an IPA, they said see if they care. So they said we can call it that.
They don't want to be locked in.
So yeah, so hoppy, sessionable pale ale. I still love IPAs. I've been trying to also experience and enjoy pale ales as well, and that's why this caught my eye. But recently in Southern California, looking for beers that I can't buy here yet in Arizona.
And Modern Times is one of them.
Modern Times, although
when are you coming to Arizona?
That's right. I thought
Hello.
you said they were close.
I keep hearing things that can we make it happen?
So I picked this up along with a couple other things, one that we'll have in the upcoming weeks. But this was in a 4-pack, 4 16-ounce cans, and it was $11.99.
Oh, $11.99. Okay.
Yeah, I may have my receipt here, but yeah, right around $12.
Oh, okay. All right.
For that. So, but yeah, and then we were noticing. Okay, so they say sessionable.
Which to me usually means
5-ish,
about 5%
or less.
Right.
And
if you go to the website,
Modern Times website.
Right. If you go to Modern Times website, which we'll have a link to at AboutBeverages.com.
You were saying that they say their percentage of alcohol in this is 5.2.
5.2.
This can actually says 5.8. But we did a little further investigation, and Andrew, with his mad home brewing skills, we realized that the final gravity on this one was 1.008.
And on the website, they talk about that it's actually 1.010. It's 1010.
Okay.
So that's where the extra alcohol comes from. Their batch went a little further down than they thought it was going to.
Now,
so
why? What would be reasons that would happen?
What would be reasons
that they were thinking they were going to hit this, but they didn't? Or thinking they were going to hit that other level and they didn't. What? I mean,
there could be a lot. There could be a lot of
different things. Okay.
There could be a lot of different things. Like said that. I mean, sometimes you just get a little bit more out of the yeast than you thought you would. Because there is a range of where it should actually should work. But I mean, it could be that their temperature they hit made something a little more fermentable than it should have. To me, still sessionable. 6% or less. That's my session.
Nice.
But like I said, it's getting a little higher for most people.
If you're going to look at that, if that's important. Hallertau Blanc. Let's see, the hops in here are Hallertau Blanc, Cascade, and a new experimental variety, 05256.
What a cool name.
They'll have a name sometime soon.
Yeah. Well, it's like that was probably the name, and then what was the one we did with Lemon Drop?
Lemon Drop
hop now.
Yeah. So this is a 4-pack. I brought one over today, and I only have 2 left at my house. So that means I've had one.
Oh, I see how it is. Wow, I wanted
to try one.
Man, that is light.
Yeah,
that is like yellow. That is like Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah, that is
pretty
clear
bubbly too.
And bubbly.
Oh, you're trying to make.
Sorry about that.
Trying to test out my work there.
Looking at the color there.
Yeah. Wow.
But this is.
I
don't know if we mentioned it was. It is a season. It is a.
It is seasonal.
A seasonal beer. Yeah.
They're talking about that it might be a spring seasonal, but they haven't really decided on that yet. So it's probably just as they can find these hops, they'll make this one, and when they can't, they won't.
Some nice fruit in there.
That smells tropical and fruity. There's a little passion fruit. There's a little apricot.
That
smells awesome.
Almost a little hint of vanilla in there. There's a little something.
Tahitian vanilla?
Just a hint of Tahitian vanilla. Something that's adding a.
There is a little
creamy
bit of
note of some sort, but yeah,
there is like a hint of something in there.
Yeah.
Man, that smells great. I don't know what I thought of it. That smells super hoppy and delicious. And I love that's like especially now it's it's around 1,000 degrees here in Tucson, Arizona. So it's pretty hot. Yeah, we're actually melting. If we were not in a place like this right now, it would just be like the end scene from Indiana Jones. We'd just be melting down.
Faces, yes.
Just be completely going crazy. But this is a lot of what I look. I mean, still like the piney stuff too, but mostly especially the earlier in the day.
Yeah.
If I'm going to have something lunch or whatever, something maybe a good sandwich. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that fruity, refreshing, crisp type hop experience.
And so far,
I'm going to find out.
Let's find out right now.
The taste, if it's there.
Not so much.
It goes more toward a sweet. The sweetness is in there. There's a little it's almost like a sweet corn. Or something like that.
Sweet corn.
Like sweet corn?
Sweet corn.
Sweet corn.
I saw that one the other day.
There's a little bit of that. I don't get the high note that I was getting of the tropical and the passion fruit that I got in the aroma, but in the taste, I still get that apricot peach kind of flavor kind of comes through at the back a little bit. It's very
lower.
The lower end of that.
Right.
It's still more toward the perfumey type, it's not like a heavier fruit. It's still more toward the perfumey, but it's very smooth. There's a decent amount of body on there. Like I said, it's a nice coating initially when it happens. It's not like heavy, but there is like a nice coat. It's not just watery down. I like that. That's very refreshing. Like I said, there's a little bit of we talk about it a lot. I think maybe it hits me sometimes more usually where there's that chasm between what I smelled and what I'm tasting.
Yes.
And I hate it when that gets too far.
Right.
This has a little bit of that, but since I'm still getting some of the things that I got in the aroma and the taste, I'm okay. If it was completely disjointed where it was like, wow, all they did was dry hop this and it smells amazing and now I'm just tasting your malts, then that's bogus and boring. But this is not. Like I said, I'm still getting some of those things, so I'm pretty happy. I like it.
When I had it the first time, I didn't, and I think we've said this, we sort of assess what we're drinking, but we don't do it in depth.
Right.
Unless we're all like hanging out talking together, we'll probably break it down a little bit more. But this one, to me, when I had it the other day, I was just kind of like, it's not what I was expecting more, and I didn't really take it. I didn't even take the aroma in, but the aroma in this is really nice. Like you said, that's good. Really and it's very enticing, and then. But there is more flavor in there than I remember having when I had the other one. Still not as much as what the aroma is promising.
Yeah.
But it's very refreshing. It's very easy to drink. It's not watery. It's not.
Yeah.
Like you said, it has just enough of what you were probably hoping for when you took a smell.
Yeah.
Just enough so that you're not like, oh man.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're like, okay.
Yeah. If they could bring in a hint more of that would be great.
More. Yeah.
But like I said, there is just enough where it's not a complete. You don't feel like you've had the complete bait and switch.
Right.
But yeah, I like it. Like again, I mean.
And it's not. They're saying you can call it an IPA, but it's not supposed to be an IPA. It's a
and I don't. I wouldn't call it an IPA.
I
would call it a very flavorful pale ale.
The aroma, if that had followed through more, depending
borderline.
Yes,
sure.
If that had, if you'd really tasted all of that, delicious,
and had a little more bitterness to it, which this does not. It's pretty smooth. Easy
it is
drink.
It's very smooth.
I mean. We talk about or I should say, we get questions about this. I get this outside of when we're sitting here doing a podcast. I get, what's a good, I haven't had a lot of IPAs. What's a good starter pale or what's a good starter this? Do you think this would fit into that category where someone that does not have? So. I mean, just because I think it's fairly smooth. Usually, if you get away from the pine, that usually helps out a lot.
Right.
Some people that can be an immediate turn off.
Right.
Like I said, since there's lighter, fruitier things and it's pretty smooth overall, I think this could be.
Well, because I think what's going to get people is what got us. They're going to be like, ooh, that smells really good.
Yeah.
And then they're going to drink it, and it's not going to be, like I said, overwhelmingly bitter or leave, a lot of heaviness to it. And there's still going to be some flavor there, but not, I think. Yeah. So, honestly, this would be a good one to I
think so too.
Give somebody who's looking to expand.
Yeah, maybe they've had an IPA here and there. Maybe didn't like them because they were more toward the bitter or more toward some other things. And then I like this too because even though they are calling it a pale ale, there's more flavor there than you usually get out of your run-of-the-mill pale ale. Like I said, usually for me, I need to experience them more, but it seems like every time I do try one, it's kind of like, okay, I know why this is a pale ale. Doesn't have some of the things in it I want.
Right.
It's good.
Right.
There's things that are crafted well enough, but no, I really like this. I think this is definitely a tasty option.
Yes.
I would like to have this on draft.
Oh, that'd probably be good.
I wonder if you get a little bit more
big mug. No, I'm just kidding.
A huge mug.
You could just jump right in there.
That's right.
And a straw.
And you know what?
What?
Another great place or thing that you could jump right into.
Oh.
Be our website.
AboutBeverages.
AboutBeverages.com. That's right. That is where you can find the tasting notes for this beer, as well as where it hits on our recommendation scale. And while you're there, definitely check out the links to all of our social media accoutrements that we may have on our website: Twitter, Untapped, Facebook. Hopefully you've subscribed to us on YouTube, so that seems to be the place most people are finding us now. Leave a comment if you've had this beer, or if you've had some other seasonals that are upcoming that if we happen to be in the California area we should grab.
Yep.
We'd definitely love to know about that as well, because that is probably the place that we most vacation throughout the year. Both of us. I know I usually get there a couple times a year.
Yep.
You know, you as well, at least once. You probably go out to California. You just were there, so you probably go back.
Not that I know of, unless we could go to Disneyland again at Halloween.
Although I hear October's good.
I heard Knott's Berry Farm turns into Knott's Scary Farm.
Oh,
and
really?
That's a very, very big thing.
A headless Charlie Brown?
Yeah.
You blockhead.
Snoopy.
Wait, there is no head that is blocked anymore.
Snoopy riding around holding Charlie Brown's head.
That would be kind of funny. Ichabod Woodstock.
Oh. It's a whole different kind of bird. The crane.
That is a different kind of bird. That's good. But whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.